Well, it's fun to get back out on the practice field, and spring ball is probably my favorite time as a coach because I think it's the opportunity to get the most amount of teaching and learning in, and having the setup that we have where we can go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then have a full day in between to get a chance to meet with the guys and watch the film. And so we're hopefully seeing a lot of growth from these guys and getting a chance to continue to learn and grow in the playbook, but also learn and grow in their techniques.
What are your early impressions on what you see in Coach Blue?
Oh, well, I've known Coach Blue for quite a few years, actually, and so, he's exactly what we thought. He's going to bring a lot of energy, a lot of knowledge. He's coached at the highest level, and he's played at the highest level, and so, we're real excited to have him on our staff.
Just in that first week, what have you seen in terms of growth? How much has your defense grown from just the offseason until now?
I think it's too early to tell if we've improved. We're going to be continuing to be a work in progress every single day. What I have been happy with is that the effort that the guys are putting in. We're not always doing it right yet, but we're doing it with the kind of effort that we need to have and improve.
Do you hope that the guys are able to maybe take that next step and maybe not think as much and maybe be able to react faster?
I think that is evident that the guys are much more comfortable in the playbook than they were a year ago. Coming into spring ball, and it's all the returning guys for sure. They're a lot more comfortable. They're not thinking as much, and they're able to play a little bit faster. And so that's definitely a benefit of being in year two.
Do you think further along this spring than last spring, or?
Oh, for sure. We've got a lot more of the playbook already in. We were kind of last year just slowly piecemealing it out. This year we're a little bit more trying to load it up front, and then we'll be able to slow down in the back end because so many of the guys that are out there with the first and second group have heard it all before.
How much does having depth at those positions help with that growth now and having added depth through an offseason?
Yeah, you're always continuing to develop the guys behind the starters because all it takes is one play and that next guy's got to be ready to go. And so we're still trying to develop the kind of depth that we need to play in our league.
Do you think the competition is going to help too, just having more bodies and more guys competing for roles across the defense?
For sure. We were so banged up last spring, and there were certain times where we couldn't even do team because the numbers at a certain position were so low. And so at least this year we were able to get full three groups out there and be able to roll through it and get guys reps.
When you see David Morris coming back from practicing, is that the spring? Or?
Yeah, that's up to the trainers. That's not up to us. The trainers just tell us, hey, this guy can do this or this guy can do that. And so, we hope to get him healthy as soon as possible and get him out there.
What do you like about your linebacking group right now?
We've certainly increased, especially at the outside linebacker group, the size that we have, and so the guys have gotten bigger and stronger through the offseason. And then with a couple of different position changes, I think we've been able to, have that where we got a little bit more mass to us, and then, we got a little bit more depth at inside as well. Obviously with Avery Roberts being able to go now and to go, be able to play for next fall and stuff like that. And then we got some guys that weren't here even last spring. Isaiah Tufaga played a lot of football for us in the fall. He's out now. Obviously he wasn't here last spring, and so we're certainly a lot better positioned this spring than we were last year.
What have you seen on Avery here in the first week? How has he started to fit in and mesh now that he's been able to go with the first unit and all those things?
Yeah, well, you can see obviously his physical talent, and so he's a very instinctive linebacker, does a great job of reading and reacting, and when he hits a guy, he can knock him backwards. And so we're seeing some of those things. There's still some missed assignments and stuff like that because, he got it in fall camp, so to speak, but then, the rest of the time he was running the scout defense, he's looking at a card. And so he's trying to get familiarized again with our defense.